Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. I'm Jade and I'm going to be taking a look at another Sabaton song today. This time it will be the Lost Battalion. I have looked up a little bit on like Google of what it's about, and I know that it's about the 77th Division in the US military. That was, I think, 550 odd men that were kind of like cut off and stuck away from the rest of the troops while they were being invaded. That's pretty much all I know about it, but we'll check out the song together.
From their land as they made their stand, they stood strong and the legend still lives on. 1918, the great war rages on. Our battalion is lost in the Argonne.
Argonne, not Argonne.
Under fire, there's nothing they can do. There's no way they can get a message through. Suffer heavy losses as the battle carries on. Liberty, division standing strong. Far from their land as they made their stand, a disregarded demand. It's surrender or die and the stakes are high. They live and they die, there's no time for goodbye. Weapon in hand as they made their stand, still disregarding demand. They would never comply, they would rather die. Now through the blockade they were finally saved. Friendly fire, munitions running low. The supplies they were dropped upon their foe. 1918, the war still rages on. The battalions still trapped in the Argonne. Chose not to surrender, they chose victory or defeat. Fallen brothers resting by their feet. Far from their land as they made their stand, a disregarded demand. It's surrender or die and the stakes are high. They live and they die, there's no time for goodbye. Weapon in hand as they made their stand, still disregarding demand. They would never comply, they would rather die. Now through the blockade they were finally saved. Disregarded demand. It's surrender or die and the stakes are high. In or die you can tell there's no goodbye. With a weapon in hand as they made their stand, still disregarding demand. They would never comply, they would rather die. They stood strong and the legend still lives on. Suffered heavy losses through the great war they stood strong. But the memory of the fallen still lives on. From their land as they made their stand, a disregarded demand. It's surrender or die and the stakes are high. They live and they die, there's no time for goodbye. Weapon in hand as they made their stand, still disregarding demand. They would never comply, they would rather die. Now through the blockade they were finally saved.
Well, another great Sabaton song about another war and another encounter. So yeah, apparently from what I can see here, the American troops got isolated after an American attack on the 2nd of October in 1918. They fought for 5 days without supplies or communication before they were rescued. The unit earned its name due to being cut off from the main body of the US troops. Wow, can you imagine that? Like and you've been dropped in a war zone, and all of a sudden you get cut off from everybody else, and it's just you and 554 other guys that have got to fight everybody off. Wow. That would have been quite harrowing for anybody that was actually stuck in the forest at the time. And I kind of would have been with them, like you don't want to be captured as a prisoner of war, so you're going to either be victorious or you're going to die trying. So, yeah, I actually am very impressed that they stood their ground and did that. And I'd never even heard of that story happening at all. Another war thing that I didn't know. Our war history over here is pretty basic. I mean, I grew up with a father who's a warrant officer just in the Air Force, and as a kid, I used to get dragged to all the military museums. Um, and At the time, wasn't very interested in war history. Now, as I've gotten older, I can appreciate it a bit more. But I think when you're being forced as a child to go to those places, you're just like, oh God, not another one. Um, but as you get older, you learn to actually appreciate that this is actually part of history that you really should have been paying attention to. But a lot of our war museums over here only focus mainly on Australian, New Zealand, and English wars. Even at school, it's only briefly touched on with other countries. So a lot of the songs that Sabaton write are actually stories that I've not actually even heard, nor was I taught that through my father or further school. So it's kind of like a massive education lesson for me to listen to one of their songs about battles that I never knew about. And it never ceases to amaze me. They do brilliant music. The guitar solo in that song was epic. I'm not sure whether that was a Tommy guitar solo or a Chris guitar solo, but either way, it was absolutely beautiful. And very well done by Sabaton yet again with another song. I actually like the fact that they try and portray the stories that people may not have heard. And there's been a lot of things that I've learned from listening to their music over the time that I have. And I'm very grateful for that. If you liked my reaction, please give me a like, a subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you know when I've got a new video coming. And if you've got another suggestion for a song that I haven't done, please let me know, and I will take a look at it. Until then, I will catch you guys the next time. Bye.